For many of us crafters, sewing machines are probably the most expensive equipment in our sewing room. And if you're anything like me, you would probably be sewing a lot. But little did we know, we have been neglecting that one particular essential chore in our sewing rooms. And that is cleaning the most expensive equipment we invested in. And I couldn't stress enough that learning how to clean your sewing machine is so important. So the reason this video existing is only for the sole purpose of getting my sewing machine cleaned. Exciting, is it? And perhaps this video might serve as your motivation to get up, pick up that brush and some cloth, and get to cleaning your sewing machine. Just to make you well aware, I do have a couple of sewing machines. One being the Brother FS60X, which I have shown in my previous videos, and which I'm sure was used quite a lot. And I must admit, I haven't really got it cleaned or defluffed since I acquired it. But today is the day it will get its teeth cleaned, throat cleaned, bobbin case cleaned, not throat, or not even teeth. It's Julius again, and join me in today's somewhat exciting sewing adventure. No, not sewing. Cleaning adventure. So grab a beverage of your choice if you're here purely for the entertainment, and a cookie if you fancy. Let's get some cleaning done. So first of all, I've made sure that my machine is unplugged from the power source. Then I will go ahead and remove the needle, the bobbin, and the shank or the presser foot holder to make the cleaning easier. I don't want to stick my finger with the needle right in there because we all know how it ends. It happened once, not gonna happen again. And for all of you friends out there, just so you know, the Brother FS60X came with a bunch of accessories, which includes this screwdriver and this nylon brush. So friends, there is a reason why there's a nylon brush that came with the sewing machine. Only for you to be able to clean it. That's the only reason why. So this is a nylon brush. And look at its pointy end right over here. I really don't know what it does, but it's definitely good for poking out corners, when you're sewing. Cleaning the Brother FS60X Extra Tough computerized sewing machine is pretty straightforward. The main goal is to unscrew and remove the throat plate that conceals the bobbin case underneath. Thanks to the L-shaped screwdriver that came with the machine, removing the screws made it so much easier. Oops, I forgot to remove the bobbin. Sorry for that. So now I have removed all the screws and the bobbin. I really don't know why I put this back in there. You get that off. Right, so we're going to lift up this entire throat plate over here, and that is going to reveal our bobbin case. Oh, let me show you. So this is how it looks like on the inside. It's actually fascinating to see what the mechanism looks like. And oh my god, there's definitely a lot of dust in there. And we still don't know what's underneath this black thing, which is the bobbin case. And this has to be pulled out. And I'm going to show you that in a while. So what I'm going to do next is just to use my brush, my lovely brush, and remove all of the bits of dust and fibers or whatever in there. But first, I'm gonna have to remove this arm and the bobbin case. So removing the bobbin case, this black thing over here, this is what holds the bobbin as you sew. So this is where you store the bobbins. So we need to get this off so that we can actually fully clean the machine, the sewing machine. And it's really very easy. All you just have to do is just to use your two fingers, your index and your thumb, and just gently lift it up. So I'm just going to use my brush and remove all of those dust over here. Well, this looks more like dust. Well, fibers actually. Thread fibers. So I'm gonna get this cleaned. Now the ideal thing to do is just to defluff the sewing machine. I don't really recommend using a vacuum because it can be too aggressive. This is not going to be a general maintenance deep cleaning thing, but it will help remove those accumulated dust and fibers within the bobbin case. And even if you haven't used your sewing machine for a while, it will ensure your machine is in good condition and will run smoothly once you start using it again. So one important thing to point out is when you're putting back the bobbin case, there is a symbol right here. This is a triangle symbol, and putting it back, it has to line up with the circle, which is found right over here. This bit right here. This is the circle symbol. Putting back the bobbin, you just have to position that with the circle, and you're done. The next step is to put the throat plate back and ensure the screws are well secured in place. My final step is always to wipe the entire body of the machine by using a clean dry cloth and reinstalling the presser foot holder back. It is very important to always cover the sewing machine when not in use. Most machines came with either a hard shell cover or a soft one like this. So we're all cleaned up, and I've made sure that everything went back to its proper place. Because it can be quite overwhelming if you have screws here and there and you tend to forget which part goes to which part. But that's all settled for now. The Brother FS60X is very easy to clean. Speaking of sewing machines, the first possible patent of the sewing machine dates back to 1755. And sewing machines became available for domestic use back in the 1880s. Brother's first sewing machine, the chain stitch machine, which was predominantly used in making straw hats, first came out in 1928. And sewing, as many of you know, still uses the same concept of using a needle and thread to put or secure two fabric pieces together to create whether a garment or an accessory or pretty much anything that requires stitching. And it's fascinating to know that from the very beginning up until today, sewing uses the same method. Sewing machines, on the other hand, evolved quite progressively well. And sewing machines back then became one of the greatest technological advances in fashion, as it made garment manufacturing process 10 times faster, understandably, versus the traditional hand sewing. But somehow, between the lines, the mechanical machines back then were actually designed for humans to work for it, versus the modern computerized sewing machines of today were actually designed to work for you. However, sewing machines of today are more delicate than the mechanical ones. as they require frequent care and maintenance due to the nature of technology used. Occasional cleaning or defluffing is a good way to go, as it will ensure your sewing machine's performance throughout its lifetime. But then again, it is highly advisable that you bring in your sewing machine to a certified service center at least once a year for proper servicing and maintenance. One great thing about Brother sewing machines is they were pre-oiled during the manufacturing process, which means no oiling is necessary when you're cleaning the machine yourself. If by chance troubleshooting is required, Brother has a support website with the latest FAQs and troubleshooting tips, showing detailed causes and remedies for common machine problems. And I hope today's video motivated you to take extra care of your sewing machine. So friends, that's all for now, and I guess it's about that time to say, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel for more sewing tips and projects. Or better yet, follow me on Instagram at SewIt'sYourStyle to get to know more about me.